extreme W's. That's what we're talking about. That's what we like to see. Just a camera here. W dubs for real. I forgot to put the big text in the chat, but you know what? We had chatters in from the jump. No need. Aesthetic winning. We are back. Should be somewhat less laggy. Might still be a little laggy sometimes. Sometimes now and then, but you know, that is all right. I like to pause this. Don't need that. I'm using a new setup involving StreamYard as a kind of intermediary thing here to get a little bit better routing from, you know, the capture of the video to the stream. Let me do this. Ah, yes. There we go. That's the good shit. Alright. Now I'm in Doves mode, you know? Real person eliminated, erased. We're back. We are back, but Twitter is not. Holy shit, dude. Absolute freakazoid mode happening on Twitter. You know, I don't even know what to say. Drill v. Elon. The legend. This is internet history in the making. Why don't I stream on Twitch? I think Twitch services are getting worse overall. They have pre-roll ads. Their advertisement is not good. And also their VOD system is pretty bad too. So I think YouTube has a lot better VOD coverage because it just becomes YouTube videos, right? Which, you know, goes into the YouTube algorithm, which has like a 1000x user base than Twitch. Not that, you know, that's gotten me anywhere, but it is what it is. Small streaming. And I do think YouTube is trying to invest more in their streaming stuff, although recently their like server intake and like all of the upload routing to Google servers is like really bad. Legally stream a Pokemon game. I'm surprised YouTube doesn't clap that harder even. They have much better like algorithmic catching of stuff, but I mean, let's be real, with our clout level, we can do whatever kind of illegal freak streams we want. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you have some secret popping off. They do get me. You don't have to stream every game, bro. How is the audio level and stream quality, by the way? Is it lagging over there? Is there any issues at all? I think it's good. I mean, this is not like a, you know, max mega HD stream or anything like that. So you know, it's not like we have to. Oh my god, this uploads the curve. It's not like we. No, there might still be a little bit of lag. There is some connectivity issue with StreamYard now and then, but it's a much better upload connection to StreamYard servers than it is to Google servers right now. I have a deep conspiracy theory that the Silicon Valley infrastructure of Amazon, both Amazon and Google, is approaching like capacity. You know what I mean? Like their delusional vision that this stuff will just last forever. Get however it can expand infinitely. They can host infinite video. They can have 10 trillion streamers. You know what I mean? It's delusional. Obviously, that's not possible. But they just don't care. They just keep promising it. Because I know, like, Valkyrie was having, like, lag issues with YouTube streaming. Which is, like, obviously she has, like, the highest grade internet in California. It was, like, some of the best internet in the country. Which is not good, also, because, American internet is shit. But still, Valkyrie is obviously going to have, high quality internet. And even so, she's having lag. I know other streamers have been having lag. Twitch streamers, like Crokies, Day9, not like the biggest streamers, but like so professional streamers with a long history on the platform have had significant issues with streams now and then. So, I think it's a serious problem that's happening. Maybe streaming is over. Maybe I missed the wave, it's GG's. Nah, but there does need to be some reinvestment, readjustment. If they're serious about it. I don't know how serious about it they are, though. I've been honestly, none of these motherfuckers give a shit about anything. Jerba and that's pretty good. I'm not a Connery's Pants fan myself. Connor's Minecraft, right? I'm not a Minecraft enjoyer. I could never really get into it. I'm not like a crafting guy. It's just not my thing. But yeah. Oh man, dude, the last 2 days, my productivity has been completely destroyed because of what's going on Twitter, dude. It's absolutely... Connery's fan is not Minecraft? Okay. See, I don't even know. I don't know who that Zoomer is. You know what I mean? He's just like, what is he famous for? What? Known for his Minecraft 2009 live streams. I don't know about that. Might be variety now, but he's a Minecraft guy. All right. I mean, every Minecraft stream is variety eventually, because there's a lot of stuff to do in Minecraft, but there's not like infinite stuff to do in Minecraft. Okay. Regardless, if I'm on your list and it's Jerma, Connery's Pants, Dubs, oh my god, dude. What an insane W. Wow, you're the real one. Okay, alright, sure. Yeah. You're the real. I mean, you're the kind of fan streamers want. You know what I mean? You're the absolutely ideal kind of fan for streamers. The 3 pillars, that's true. You're in the #1 Chainsaw Man live stream, except for Jay Jones. Don't. Alright? Jay Jones and me, we're beefing right now. I'm kidding. Actually, I just got finished filming the interview with Jake Jones. It was pretty good. It was pretty solid. I think he was pretty tired during it, so we kind of got off the rails. But I still got the questions in that I wanted to. And there may be secret content coming in the future at that point. Yeah, we'll see. Not gonna promise anything yet. Oh my god, dude. The Twitter stuff. I gotta talk about this before I talk about Chainsaw. Obviously, Chainsaw is crazy. This might be a long stream tonight. I'm back again. Twitter is going crazy. I'm losing my mind. I'm micro popping off on Twitter. Hey, we're grinding. I know there's at least 2 subs that came directly from YouTube. No promo, because I wasn't streaming, and they still just clicked in and they pressed subs. You know what I mean? We're getting those native subs now. It's the momentum. It's building. We're grinding. It's happening. Streaming is such a slow grind, but you get in there. And now I've got the bitrate issue solved. That was really discouraging me. It was just so bad when, have OBS open and it's just like, Garvo, your connection is trash. This is garbage. You know what I mean? That's sad. That was saddening me, so I'm glad I got in with StreamYards, which is also what I wanted to use. I wanted to use to do interviews because it's good for that kind of stuff. And I scuffed my audio on the interview because I'm new at the thing, but it's fine. I don't talk that much during the interview anyway, so it's just a little blown out. It's right? It's still audible, but I have to mix the volume down and stuff. Whatever. You don't need to who gives a shit about that? Oh my god. Oh yeah. Dude, this verification stuff, I cannot, man. I absolutely can't. This is in violation of the consent decree, by the way. If you don't know, Day in the chat and the world at large, if you don't know, Twitter is already under a consent decree from way back before the checks ever existed. The reason that the checks started existing is because Twitter was like this little shit platform that some celebrities got on because they could tweet at each other and that's funny, right? And then it sort of grew up around them having these goofy, candid interactions. And obviously then there's Drill who comes in and all these other people. I remember those early days. It was 2015 or something when my friend showed me Twitter. You go to my Twitter profile. I joined in 2007. Wow. No, that's right. I made it in high school. Yeah, I do remember that. I made it in high school. And, yeah. That was when I first had my gamer tag. See who does. Holy shit, dude. But then I remember it sort of blowing up more when I was in college. And Drill was popping off and shit. Right, but around that time, because the platform got bigger and there was more information going around on it, all of these impersonators started showing up. People were like, "Oh wait, it's really funny for me to say I'm Drill or like I'm Drake and get like 50,000 subs, right?" Like you were 5. You were 5 when I started my Twitter account, by the way. I was. Hold up. Okay, over the usage, I was 17. 17 back then. $17. Oh baby, that was a good time. Good times back then, dude. It was fucking sick. That was a good time. Junior year, I think. Junior, senior year. Them days. Magic Night. The lore. Wow. Sheesh. You're quite a bit younger than me. I mean, you're 20. I mean, I guess I can do this. Mathematician, PhD mathematician. 5, 2007. You're in 2023. That is plus 16. You're 21. Oh my god, you child. Actual. Clouded up though, kind of a little bit. I saw your TikTok though. TikTok is kind of popping. It makes sense now. It all makes sense. Why are you popping on TikTok? Because you're a Zoomer. Of course you're popping on TikTok. That's where the Zoomers is. Honestly, that's where the future is. Twitter is fucking going down the toilet hole, but goddamn, is it funny? And of course, Twitter will not disappear, right? Like this happened to Tumblr. This happened to MySpace, which still exists somehow. It's currently happening to Facebook. Instagram is holding on for dear life, but Twitter will still be around. And I doubt it will even lose like the lion's share. Yeah, but it's full of fucking like Silicon Valley people, dude. Like it's so bad. I know people are like in the beta, but all the posts I've seen on it are just so bad, dude. Like, I don't know. That's the thing. Is like, it'll open up eventually, right? They're doing invite only for now, the scale, and hopefully when they open it up, people can just migrate over. You know what I mean? I will start the CS perfect shot on Blue Sky when it opens up. I will do it. I will end Delta's career myself. You heard it here first. It will be an actual perfect shot account with screenshots, not reposted Reddit memes, not cloud farming, just cool images from Chainsaw Man, because there's a lot. No Discord promos, real shit, okay? I'm tired of this. I'm jealous. Other fan bases have actual perfect shots accounts that post cool sequences from the animes, sweet fight scenes from the manga. We don't have that. We don't get that. We get shitty Reddit edits, dude. Like, come on, that sucks. I'm tired of this. I'm done with this. But even so, I don't know. You know what? I would say don't give up, but I've given up on drawing so many times, so I can't say shit. Oh! Oh! Sumiko! Oh! I gotta calm down. I can't. I already paused reading a shoujo manga to come here and do this stream again, okay? It's actually freakazoid. It's actually wild. That is how committed I am to this stream. Not that committed overall. But I did stop reading a fluffy shoujo manga. Come here. The author did the rival so dirty. What's it called? Ume no Hiyao Hanashi. When I meet my fated person. I don't know, it's a terrible translation, whatever. I suck at translation. This fucking... This shit. Twitter. It's been ruining my mind. I can't think about anything else, dude. I've completely surrendered to the brainworms, except for Asaden. Oh, by the way, hold up. I got a blast, even though I already posted it. No. Dude, what did I do? Oh, I know where it is. Well. Every time. Alright, I gotta pull it up. I'm so out of practice with this. Please stop that. What the fuck are you doing? Boom. Absolute scuffed happening right now. Is this that thing? You got like a full break? I will, maybe. This is that thing. I gotta open with VLC. For some reason, every time you cannot screen capture like the Windows default video player. It's so bad. What is this? But you can capture VLC. Of course you can. Except for you have to do this. Somehow. Okay, hello? Did OBS? Hello? Underneath. Okay. Please. Why? What is going on? Why can't I? Okay. Dude. What is this? Oh, unlock. Oh my god. Why was it locked? Okay. What's happening? Yep, we're back. We're back. It's been a while. Okay. Boom. Blammo. As I do. You need to see my fucking face. I have a mask on. All I want is to see you again. But the dirt on my feet somehow holds me back from the edge. Oh Lord, if I would cry, maybe then I could try somehow to be the person I need. You are the chain in my heart. You are the hole in my sky. If we fell into that dark, would you tell me the reason you still choose to fly? What the fuck, dude? Boom! Blammo. New song out now. You can find it on the TikTok at Secret Doves Streaming. I should do this. This is Twitter. Oh. And now TikTok at Secret Doves Streaming. Boom. Real bit. That's right. Doves Nation. Get ready. We're going all the way. We're going all the way to the top, right? Trash Taste fell off. All right, they don't even talk about anime and manga anymore. They just talk about hentai, which is like, I mean, based, but also, come on, guys, do you see anime and manga right now? It's crazy. There's so much to talk about. You guys are just fucking complaining about, I don't know, the Shiakusho or some shit. Tokyo Shiakusho, which is shit. To be fair, I mean, Tokyo Shiakusho sucks ass. So fair shake, or like, you know, how crowded it gets on the train, which also sucks. I get it, but I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, I will say one thing though. It is actually more difficult to watch anime and like read manga in Japan, because they seriously block all of the websites. It's getting a little easier. There's more streaming services coming up there that are native in Japan. Like, I know, like Amazon Video is where Chainsaw Man is in Japan. Amazon Video is like actually good over there instead of the ass it is over here, because Amazon JP is like more, I don't know, more entrenched online in Japan. Yeah, the internet is just kind of different from country to country. And there's no Crunchyroll or anything like that over there, obviously, for obvious reasons. The streaming is picking up over there, but it is harder. You kind of have to like DVR shit, you know. Obviously, that's not possible over here. So, yeah, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But yeah, but they have way better manga reading services, though. Actually, like real deal ones where you could read fucking anything. The subscriptions that we cannot access. True pain. So there's no excuses for them to not be talking about manga, although they do quite a bit. Yeah. Streaming anime online in Japan is kind of scuffed through like official sources. Unsurprisingly, you know, these fucking Oji-san distributors are not with it in terms of developing cohesive anime streaming platforms. Although I know there are some more coming up. And like I said, Amazon Video is like stepping in a little bit. That's where Chainsaw Man was streamed over there. But most of the people are watching it on TV. That's why there's still like ad break cuts in anime most of the time. Right? Even today, even to these days, I know Fujimoto was watching on TV. He didn't stream it. He would watch it live on TV and live tweet it. All right, 41 minutes in. I think that's enough. We're here. We're alive. It's time. Let's get into our main topic for tonight. Are these done? Not even close. Okay. We'll have to do that next time. Oh, the classic banger. Oh god. This is just this text. Just putting on the screen is gonna scare me. I'm terrified. The fandom is in chaos right now. Absolute shipping wars are in full swing right now. But that's not what we're talking about. I'm not talking about Denji being bisexual. That's not what I'm gonna come here to discuss. I don't know. You don't know. You know he's into women for sure. You know he's got some hang-ups with dudes for obvious reasons. That does not mean he ain't bisexual. You know what I mean? Hands up. I don't know. It is what it is. But that's not what I'm talking about. What am I talking about? Alright? Spoilers, get the fuck out right now. I guess just play that video. It has spoilers in it. Haha. Get cooked, okay? Absolutely cooked, y'all. Spoilers! Got 'em. Okay, that video's not that spoiler, but it is spoiler. Absolutely. What are we talking about here? Oh, we're talking about this. Oh, brother. Jeez. That's our boy. That's him. There he is. That's Chainsaw Man. Look at him. Look at him go. Absolute freak shit. Yes. Denji is back on his bullshit. We are absolutely so back. Chainsaw Man, the story of Chainsaw Man, is once again becoming a story about Chainsaw Man. Which, you know, as a big time Asamitaka fan, you know, I oppose fully from every possible angle. Reject all of this. But also, look at Denji. I mean, I can't. You can't be a Denji hater. Not really. How? How could you? No shot. But of course, this panel, especially in context, wait, okay, yeah, I want to pull that back up. Oh yeah, you know, I remember now. Actually, brief aside, I remember they. I remember stalking you on Twitter because you were in like Hassan Piker's replies. You're a sound Pikers player? What? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. Absolute freakazoid. No, I was just gonna try and pull up that tweet as an example, but you said it out there. It actually deleted it from YouTube chat. You got clapped up, but it's on the screen. Streamlabs caught in 4K. Yes. All right. This sent Twitter into a shitstorm. The fandom was losing its mind. This is the most infamous aspect of Denji's character, and probably Chainsaw Man as a series overall, even more so than the absolute freak behavior that Chainsaw Man fans have towards Makima, which I am Exhibit A. You know what I mean? I'm not going to deny that's real. I know it's real because that's me. You know what I mean? Here right now. I mean, did literally nothing wrong. You know what I mean? Absolutely no issues with anything she did. But yes, Denji is a horny MC. It is what it is. He is the Kazuya, rent-a-girlfriend MC of shonen manga, 100%. I don't even know if there's really a precedent for this. I guess maybe Naruto was kind of like that at the beginning, but not really. Not really. It was more so like just a goof. Just a silly goof of, naked babes, right? Not really Naruto necessarily being a perv himself. I mean, he was like 10 at that point or something. He was just goofing. But Denji is not goofing. He is 100% serious in this panel. He's a freak. He's trying to get it. He's one lonely boy, and you know what I mean? He's doing what he's got to do. And if you haven't read the chapter, the context of this panel is absolute insanity. You know what I mean? It's so wild at this point. So let's talk. Let's talk through it. What is this? Why is Denji so horny on me? Now, first of all, let me get this out of the way. People are talking about this a few different times. It's not. It might be. This is maybe one aspect of it, I would say. Potentially. I don't know if it quite hits the mark. Right? Because usually hypersexual trauma is associated with like sexual abuse. More so than the kind of circumstances Denji has faced necessarily, right? Although, Makima, they get a little weird with him now and then. It's not quite at the level of what you would find usually with hypersexual trauma, but maybe. But it's still some kind of processing of trauma here. And let's put it out here, it's not problematic sexualization. It is just like normal person sexualization. Like, he wants to do sexual things with people that he is attracted to. And usually, yes, it is like cute girls, but it is not the rent-a-girlfriend syndrome of, she's cute, OMG, I'm in love. No, it happens with real emotional connection, right? And the baseline example is right with power. The very initial encounter with power is like the setup of this whole dynamic, where he sees her, he has idealized the concept of being with a woman, being in a relationship with a woman. It is his dream, his goal as a young man. Where did he get that? We don't know at this point. He is like at the start of Chainsaw Man, he comes up backstory-wise, basically as a child, surrounded by Yakuza. And, they're, for better or for worse, his horrifically abusive, adult environment, right? And, Yakuza fuck. It is what it is. They do what they do. And plus, he was just living in society. You see, society presents many idealized images of romance. Romance as, the ideal conclusion to life, the purpose of human existence, all of this kind of stuff. A pathway to healing trauma, even. It is presented. And so he encounters power with this idea of, I'm trying to meet a cute girl, I'm trying to bag a cutie, and, make out and chill and vibe. My girlfriend. Teen. What a teen, bro. He's just like me, for real. He's actually just like me. For real. We've all been there. We all know how it is. You know what I mean? We all know what it is when you're a teen and you're, bubbly around anybody who is nice to you and, moderately attracted to you in any way. Right? You know what I mean? That's absolutely the case. Absolutely 100% how it is. Yup, absolutely. It is truly suffering, but it is 100% real. And Denji's there. But he goes through a very normal thing where there's someone he thinks is physically attractive, physically cute, with power. Right? And then they get closer, they go through the whole Bat Devil scenario, they bond over their mutual love of pets and things. Right? But that kind of romantic spark is just not there. You know what I mean? They do become friends, but it's more of a sibling vibe, as everybody knows in the end. Check out the Power video if you want more details about Power's role in the story and other stuff. Right, so he's trying to rub tits. Power says, you know what? Let's go. It's tit rubbing time. Let's go. Consent given. It's on. Right? And, Denji respects that. He has on the one hand, he has a very naive, sort of narrow, uncomplicated, incorrect understanding of sexuality and interpersonal connection for obvious reasons. His circumstances there's no way for him to learn about that. No, there are no, real human connections. The only emotional connection he gets is with Pochita. I'm crying again. I'm crying thinking about Chainsaw Man again. Alright, so this is this very isolated, alienated state where he's trying to figure out, what do these desires mean? Why do I have them? Where are they coming from? What should I do with them? He counters power, and on the one hand, he's completely getting wrong, like, the whole meaning of this, like what this entails, what's going on with attraction. He's completely thinking of it in terms of like physical attractiveness terms. Because Power is a cutie, let's be fucking real. Power, mega cutie. Denji was spitting about that. You know what I mean? He's right. No lies there. But he also hasn't absorbed necessarily like the very toxic sort of masculinity of society presents to you, because he hasn't been involved in the social structures that indoctrinate you with patriarchy and misogyny and all these things that lead you to dehumanize and objectify women rather than, just think of them as another person. And so, Denji, even though Power is, technically not a person, right? It's this, like, devil, demonic, inhuman creature who has assumed a human form. Even so, Denji doesn't think of that. Denji hasn't absorbed the anti-devil propaganda either, right? He's neither engaged in the misogynistic structures of society or the I guess racist, what you call that, prejudicial structures of hatred against devils, right? So in that sense, he treats Power with kind of like human respect, although he doesn't like her as an individual initially. He doesn't take that as a go ahead to violate consent and mistreat her or whatever. Caught up with my own music again. Boom. Such a classic one. I know. Right, and so Denji has this baseline, like, sort of unproblematic but also extremely naive understanding of sexuality. It's not, it's not this sort of like toxic, misogynistic understanding, and it's not even this anti-devil understanding, but it is wrong. It's an incorrect, youthful naivety that he has. Even worse than youthful, because he didn't even probably really know what all it entails. Dude can't read. I don't think he's gotten any sex ed, so good luck, bro. Ooh. And so with Power, he gets there. He gets the consent that he feels is important because, that's another person, just want to, do stuff to them without consent. And he gets it, and he does what he does, but he finds, meh. You know, it's he rubs his tits. It's alright. And this is something that many people go through. I went through it with some girls back in the day. I've gone through it with girls not back in the day. You know what I mean? You're kind of vibing, seeing how things are going, and then you do some stuff, and you're like, you know what? Just but it's not all that. And at the heart of that is just the emotional connection, right? Which is what his interaction with Makima goes through. It's that, you know, without an emotional connection, without a kind of personal understanding and connection with your partner in this stuff, yeah, it can be okay, but honestly, it's not all that. It ain't necessarily all that. It can still be good. It can still be good. I am not I'm not I don't know. It's not really anti-sex, but I'm not sort of like uh, in the box thinker, right? Like it has to be this or that to be good or bad or whatever. Jesus. Right. Enjoyable or not enjoyable. But, the emotional connection helps a lot. It is an emotional thing, isn't it? It is, in part a physical act, but also an emotional process. Right, and then he finds that he's missing sort of some component of that with power. They don't vibe like that. Somehow. Right, and, Right, so that's the baseline of Denji's sexuality and sexualization of other people, which is a crucial part of the story. Right? It's sort of his main motivation as a main character to this day. Right? He has he's on that, Maslow's hierarchy. But he still doesn't quite get it. He still hasn't quite figured it out intellectually because he's really not a very intellectually smart guy. He's got good intuition and good intuitive fighting skills. He's good at being Chainsaw Man, but he's not so good at using his head to think about stuff outside that context. Including in terms of his own emotions, his own desires, how to pursue what he wants, how other people think of him. You know what I mean? He's kind of goofy, silly, himbo, right? Himbo energy, big himbo energy from Denji. Everybody's favorite himbo here. Right, so it's not necessarily problematic as a thing. But it's not like toxic or harmful to his partners in terms of his actual actions. Maybe it's a little disarming how straightforward he is, such as in this one, or upsetting, right? As in the panel on the left here. But it is not a problematic thing. But even if it's not problematic, it's still a big part of the story, and sort of begs the question: why? What's the deal with it? What is so significant about sexuality as opposed to something else? Like, why is Fujimoto making that the core of Denji's character, the primary motive of Denji's existence? Because it is kind of it's very Fujimoto in one regard, and we'll talk about that. But it is definitely unusual. Unusual, I would say. These kind of characters exist. Characters with very sort of like sexualizing activity, very open with their sexuality, very sort of loud and proud of their sexuality, are very common in shonen, and they're generally disliked for this aspect. This is something I do want to say. Boom, drop this. This is, on the one hand, it is a storytelling form for dudes, so there is certainly an element of patriarchy here, but this is also a cultural disconnect between Japan, which is a relatively uncolonized society. I say relatively because it did, get occupied. But it only got occupied for a little bit, and only, like, recently. It doesn't have the whole history of Western colonization that the rest of the world has. They fucking fought it off. Samurai had some sick swords, and they had guns, so they were able to stave off the missionaries trying to hop over from Korea quite a bit. And they did that, right? And so they managed to preserve their own sort of native, I am not really native because of the Ainu, but their own traditional like that Japanese tradition of morality and ethics, right? They didn't have to, they weren't forced to align their cultural values with those of Western colonials. And one of the big differences there, and this is a part of the history of Western or Japanese interactions, is that they have traditionally a much more sort of cosmopolitan, not necessarily progressive, sort of cosmopolitan, not really moralistic view of eros and sexuality and nudity and being expressive of erotic desire. Like some of the first sort of like diplomatic interactions that happened that weren't like missionary things, like actual diplomatic leaders from Europe coming and talking to regional warlords in Japan. They would show up, and the regional warlords would bust out these ukiyo-e, which are these popular ink illustrations, ink brush illustrations that are, a historical part of the origin of manga overall. Part of the reason that manga was able to become popular, that comics, named manga, the comics were able to become such a popular art form in Japan is because it has this long history of traditional popular illustration, like sort of working class, proletariat, peasant artwork. These regional artists who had their little studios where they painted ukiyo-e and they would sell them, just these little, ink brush drawings, very sort of easy. They had the paper technology from China, right? So they made these like kind of low-grade paper, and they would paint on it with brushes, and they developed the style. Ukiyo-e, check it out. It looks cool. But a lot of them were pornographic, erotic, titillating, and they're really popular. And they're popular amongst everybody. Everybody was just like, yeah, this rules, dude. Hell yeah. Show me some more titty pics, let's go. Right? Because, like, Buddhism, yeah, it came to Japan, but it got kind of fucked up. And the whole, like, denial of the self thing, that was more popular in the mainland, or it was more rigid in the mainland. It didn't really get that popular. Like, a couple different political leader guys, not emperors, but like the political leaders behind the emperor, they tried to get everybody to stop being so Shinto, and be more like strict Buddhist like China, but people didn't like it. So they just gave up. And people were just like, nah, shit, that ain't happening. Plus the emperor is like the Shinto guy, so you can't really like just be like, okay, well, Shinto's donezo, if the emperor is the source of your political power. I mean, hella sidetrack. Point being, for a variety of reasons, the very sort of restrictive, puritanical concepts of sexuality that we have in the West are just not a part of traditional Japanese culture. Now, they've made their way over there more so since the 20th century, when Japan decided it was gonna be a European country now. But it's still really not the same, right? Like, attitudes about nudity, public baths are common, people getting naked in front of each other, and just like hanging out, being naked, Roman bath style, you know what I mean? Old school, pagan shit, right? That is still just there. It's just normal. No questions about it, no problems about it. Parents taking baths with their children's like together. Like in America, parents will like bathe their children, but they're not in there too. You know what I mean? But in Japan, you are. That's normal. Right? That's not a problem. And by the way, it's not a problem. It's not pedophilic. That's your own kid, okay? Shut the fuck up. You're wild. That is actual Western chauvinism right there. You think that. It's not a problem. It is a different cultural mindset around nudity, right? Non-sexual nudity is just a part of the culture, which we don't have that. We do not believe in non-sexual nudity in America. So part of the disconnect here with a lot of the fans, especially the English language fans, is that right? English and Spanish language fans are all obviously coming from a long, deep, dark, twisted freak show history of Catholic and Protestant power structures that have enforced extremely repressive and restrictive views of what is acceptable sexuality and sexual expression. Right? This is scaring the hose behavior. This is unacceptable to say something like this. Now, in Japan, this is still, weird, right? Asa is weirded out, just coming up and telling people, I'm trying to fuck. Still weird, right? Obviously, that's unusual. That's not how it is. But this even, as a student of the language, reading it in Japanese feels way less aggressive than it does in English. Like the Japanese term he uses is the ecchi style, right? Which is saying you want to have sex, but ecchi is more sort of, you know what it is? It's more sort of like a general. It accounts for just sort of like titillating stuff, just kind of like making out, heavy petting, you know what I mean? Getting down, macking, hugging each other, like that kind of stuff also counts. Rubbing tits is in there. It's broader, it's more general, it's less of a big hit. Still weird thing to say out loud. Right? Obviously, Japanese culture is very, uh, being very direct and open about your emotions is not encouraged overall. So this is a moment of Denji's kind of unsocialized honesty coming through, but it's not necessarily a moment of some kind of like freakish hypersexualization coming through. It's more so maybe just a naive expression of an emotion that should be regarded as like other emotions not expressed, including sadness and loneliness and things like that. All right, I do want to say at the same time, this is not to say that Japanese society is better for that or worse for that. There are tons of problems with that. That's where a lot of like the pervert stalker kind of issues come from, because there's sort of more permissive attitudes about being sexual when dudes are fucking weird about their patriarchal sexuality and cause problems for women. Society is sort of more permissive of that. And so it comes with its own issues and baggage that intersect with patriarchy in a different kind of way. So it's just a different thing, but it is different. It's not better or worse, but it is a difference there. So there's that aspect. And I need to take a break. So that was a nice little aside on the different cultural attitudes towards, sexuality and sexual themes that do cause quite a bit of friction in terms of cultural products. Right, and again, I will say, just want to say, this is not a monolithic thing either. Right? No culture is monolithic. Different Japanese people have different attitudes that are certainly more puritanical and less puritanical attitudes from different people and different groups within Japan. So, this is not speaking for Japanese people, it's really describing the history and the cultural differences across places. And with that note, I'm going to take a little break. We'll be back. I need to stand up, stretch. We'll come back and we'll talk about how this all connects to Fujimoto's message for this series. Oh, you've been sitting there. Hey, yo. Thanks for chilling, vibing, chatting. I'll have a short break. It'll just be like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or something. I'll probably just be mostly walking around in my room, scrolling Twitter, seeing what the fuck is happening again. But I'm not going to talk about it until I'm done. Think about this. We'll be back. See you then. We are back. It is time. Hood mode. Engage. 待っててくれたんだね。かわいい。Little tweeting, the little pacing, the little stretching, during a little water. Buy fucking mask off. Sheesh. Where were we? Ah, yes, done a little bit of a diatribe about cultural differences. And why that produces some friction when topics of sexuality occur. But now we're back from the break. I want to leave all that aside. Denji's, even with that, even from like a very puritanical Western perspective, Denji sexuality is not problematic per se. It is just, again, rather candid. But it is also, besides being candid, which is sort of an aspect of his lack of socialization overall, as like a feral child, essentially. It is his main motivation, which is a choice to make with your story. It's a choice Fujimoto has made with Denji's character. And, and why. And why and how. Let me get this out the way. You've seen enough of Denji only about sex. Or not according to Fujimoto, but according to me right now. So I'm sure it'll happen some more. Because it is his main motivation. It is his becoming the Pirate King. To Denji, getting it in is life. He's got that freak show energy. You know what I mean? Boy is gooning. Actually, is he? I don't think that has ever been addressed in the manga. He did, get some mags, but what did he do with those mags? You don't know. Is Denji a gooner? That's the true debate, okay? Not all this, is it problematic? What's he up to? Anyway. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Should have said that. That's not something you should say on a live recording. I don't care. Moving on. Unknown. Denji's gooning status, unknown. We ain't sure. Has he ever busted? I don't know. Personal confession, I didn't for a long ass time. I think I was like 17 the first time. So, we're out here, bro. Denji's just like me for real, maybe, potentially. Goon status, unconfirmed. Alright, so what's the point of this? Well, gooning aside, right, Denji's character, Denji is at his core a victim of abuse, of personal abuse, and social marginalization as a result of the personal abuse, which goes connects with another topic, a broader topic about like Japanese society in particular and how it treats victims of circumstance like this. And you know, the short version is not good. Don't treat them very good. You know, one of the really shocking things you learn about Japanese society at some point is that if you get seriously ill, when people get like seriously ill and so they like, you know, go to the hospital or something, when people come to visit them in the hospital, they will apologize for being sick, for having gotten sick, right? Which is just, you know, absolutely deranged and a severe problem with the culture that people have tried to address unsuccessfully in a variety of ways. And, you know, the way society, like, that is an example of sort of emotional marginalization of people who have literally just gotten unfortunate, just unlucky, right? This is unlucky victim of pure circumstance. Nothing you can do about it. It's just random shit. But, you know, now you have to take responsibility for your own health or whatever. Some stupid shit. Like, huh? What? Right, but even more broadly speaking, victims of abuse like battered women or abused children, right? They also face the same kind of orphans, right? Face the same kind of marginalizing forces in society, which is another topic that I'll talk about related to Asa's character in a different video in more detail. But Denji is a victim of that kind of structure, right? He comes from an abusive family. He killed his dad, maybe. That's what Makima said. You know, that could be fake. She was evil and a liar. So, you know, and she could manipulate people's minds. So, was that real? We don't know. It certainly wasn't what Denji remembered at the beginning of the story, but he was also clearly repressing some traumatic memories as a part of one of the core plot lines of part one. The door. Right? So maybe he did. And if he did, good, because fuck that. Because, you know, his dad was like gonna kill him or something. Which, okay. Rip Bozo. Get fucked. You know, fuck around, find out. Easy clap. Right, but that turns him into an orphan. An abused orphan. An abandoned orphan. Right? And so he's completely marginalized, completely erased from society. And this means he is totally, almost totally alienated. Right? Absolutely disconnected. Completely cut off. Right? This is the max extreme of marginalization and alienation combined, intersecting into one sad little boy who's just trying to get it. You know what I mean? He's just trying to get it. He's just a normal teen. He's trying to get it. What do you want? Alright? What do you want? You know what I mean? He's just gooning. Or not. Maybe he isn't. Damn, what a soundtrack for this. For this conversation. Pushing onward. Alright, this means he has a complete lack of emotional intimacy. And with women, with anybody. Right? The only emotional intimacy he has is with Pochita, who is, wow, the bestest dog. Just a dog. It's Chainsaw Dog. At least at the start. Right? Turns out Pochita is some kind of like demigod or some shit. But yeah. As a dog. He's got a pet, which is good, which is helpful. Emotional support animal right there. Literally. But yeah, that's not fill the void in full, right? As anyone with a pet knows. Alright, and we know that this is tied to his sexuality. This lack of emotional connection is tied to his sexuality. I can pull it up here. I mean, it is. It's not exactly very underhanded or obtuse with it. It's right there in chapter 2. Alright. Here we go. People always call me smelly, dirty and smelly, and nobody ever comes to me. God damn, Denji, what the hell kind of life? Why are fucking Fujimoto's protagonists always like this, dude? Just absolute hellish circumstances. Well, we kind of know why Fujimoto's seen some shit, but yeah. There it is. Right there. Of course, Fujimoto God, condensing my entire rant here about alienation and sexuality, emotional intimacy, marginalization, alienation, emotional intimacy, and sexuality. Fujimoto ties all of that together in a clean, what is it? Like 50 pages for chapter 1, and then these first 2 pages of chapter 2, it's like 52 pages total, and there it is in 2 panels. Right, this lack of emotional intimacy leaves him very vulnerable. Any kind of emotional connection that he can have with other people, whether it is genuine or not, Makima. You know my fucking deranged theory on that if you see my Makima video, though. But yes. He's extremely vulnerable because of that lack of emotional connection and the fundamental human drive to have it. He's a normal dude. Just wants to be treated with kindness and understanding. And, if it's by a cutie, then all the better, right? Absolute W from Denji right there. Although it was an L overall. Right? And this is why we end up with stuff like this. But this is the whole thing. Bringing it back. There it is again. Let's start a new one. Alright, so his emotional vulnerability, or his emotional alienation, leaves him starved for human contact. And this is true not just in terms of sexual stuff, even also with his relationship with like Aki and just like friendship and with power and stuff, right? He truly really values those genuine emotional connections he makes with people, whether they're sexual or not, right? With Nayuta as well. Values that a lot. Because that's what he's truly after. Although, like everybody, he's trying to fuck. He wants a girlfriend. He wants that romantic, more intimate connection even than like the truly honest, intimate connection that you get from a romantic partner, even beyond the kind of familial bonds that he establishes with power and Aki. Right, that's what he's looking for in Reze, although he's betrayed. Betrayed! Ah! There's a star for human contact. And so, he is channeling that desire for emotional connection through his sexuality. Might as well be like, you're over. This is like really very obviously what's going on. This is not like reading into. This is not applying psychology to Denji. I don't know shit about psychology. I'm not a fucking. I don't go for psycho TikToks or psychological theorizing in general. Especially not psychosexual stuff, because it's all like tied up in people's weird moralism. But woo, we're getting off the rails. This is not like, an application of understanding psychology of Denji. This is just what is in the story, right? We know this is happening because we see it happen with Makima again. The difference between his reaction to, rubbing Power's tits versus rubbing Makima's tits, the difference there is his desire, like the emotional attachment that he has with either one. Right, with Power, yeah, they're on good terms and things, but the emotional connection is not really on that level. Whereas with Makima, there's a much more sense of like this mysterious, the vibes, that spark, that emotional something. And I have my deranged theory about what the root of all that is. But yeah, there's that something there. Whether it's real or not, he's getting it. Whether it was alive, fabricated by Makima or not, he's feeling it. Real emotions, right? At the end, pull it up again, pulling up another chapter. What am I doing? Right? It was genuine. probably around 96, right? Boom. And like most abuse victims, there it is. Even after everything I've been through, I still love you from the bottom of my heart. Absolute. What a. Oh God. What a. What a. Ah. 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 And this is just one of the best. This is just one of the best things about the story. Fujimoto just gets this absolutely perfect. And we're not even close to done here. I'm gonna have to make this into 2 parts because this is long as fuck right now. But maybe not. Maybe I'll just fucking go until the end. You know what? We'll do Love and Chainsaw Part 3. We'll cut it off here. I wanted to talk more about it, but I'll finish this segment here, and I'll bring it back. I imagine in Part 2 we'll get some more developments with regards to these themes. So I'm sure there will be plenty more new stuff to pull in and to discuss regarding this. So, you know, no worries in that regard. Right, he's channeling the desire for emotional connection through sexuality. Right, that sort of sexual attraction he finds in Reze Makima is rooted in this emotional connection that he has with them. And again, we know that that's just a part of the story. Yeah, we're not gonna do it then. Oh no, we are. I'll end it here, and then we'll talk in more detail about it on the next one of these. There's so much more to say, and there will probably be even more and more to say about this as things develop further in part 2. Because we really just started. This hasn't really been a part of part 2 overall thus far. Really only very slightly, but not sexuality per se. Emotional connection, absolutely. But the way that it connects with sexuality and sexual desire has not really been that present in part 2 thus far. Right, but I will say this. In this sense, Denji is an exaggerated example of how the alienating systems, alienating and marginalizing structures of fascist and capitalist systems create create sexual objectification. Because it is objectification, which is not good. Right? Even though Denji, when presented with a woman, respects them as people, again, because he doesn't have like a patriarchal mindset that considers women as worse than men. In fact, he considers them considerably better than men. He really doesn't like dudes personally that much. He has an extreme prejudice against dudes. He doesn't give a shit about some dude. But even so, even though he is not dehumanizing them when interacting with them, he is objectifying them broadly. right? He's considering them as an object of his personal development. It's like, I need to get a girlfriend for myself, right? I need this other person to fulfill this role in my life as a matter of my own existence for me, right? He is treating them as an object of his own possession, which is a problem, right? But it's also like, again, we think about it in terms of like the objectification of women broadly most of the time, but objectification is also a part of capitalism, right? When bosses treat workers as like tools for generating profit, that's an instance of objectification, and all kinds of things. So like interpersonal objectification is certainly not good, right? It's something you want to avoid, but it's also a general part of life. And Denji's specific circumstances are, with regards to sexuality, just so neatly capture the really complicated connection between social marginalization based on systems of power, how that leads to emotional alienation, which we all know about, right? Like, we're all experiencing that in accelerating terms day over day out here in capitalist society. And then those marginalizing and alienating structures of society lead to this what's happening, dude? Oh. That was weird. But it's all good now. Those marginalizing and alienating structures create the situation where your natural desire for human connection is thwarted. And so, since you can't find genuine connection out there because you are being marginalized and alienated, it creates this circumstance where you're just existing with your desires. Right? You're just existing with your desires, but you can't fulfill them because you don't get that emotional connection you're looking for. And so you start to view other people purely in terms of how they satisfy your sexual urges while you're alone, right? You don't think of your sexual attraction to them and as a desire for emotional connection, a real interpersonal relationship. You think of it individually as something you want to satisfy with regards to their, surface existence, their appearance, their existence as a physical object, right? Their existence as a sexual object of your desire. Because you can't satisfy, because society has denied you a pathway to satisfy that emotional need, which is the root of the true sort of like sexual connection. Since you don't have a pathway to that, you're just left with the sexual desire, and you sort of sublimate this unachievable emotional goal into a pure sexual objectification of the other. Really complex thing about modern society. Very like intricate, lots of moving parts. The connection with power structures and capitalism is really complicated. And Fujimoto he just ties it up. He just puts it all in the character of Denji, and It just reads clean. You just get it. He is just like me for real, and this is what he's like, and this is what you are like. But we'll talk about that more next time on the next video, which I'm sure will probably involve some discussion of Asubitaka's whole connection to this, because it's fucking happening, dude. It's actually happening. The Asadan is real. Whew. So that's it for the rants tonight. That was a good one. I'm back cooking crazy insane with still probably some, but less bitrate issues. Bitrate issues were never even that bad overall, but they just annoyed me with the old setup. And with this setup, they just bother me less, and they are less as well. So yeah, that was good. That was a good one. As we're signing off, shout out to Jake Jones, but I also want to do a little shout out here. Yup. First of all, shout out to Daystain for stopping by. Shout out to Daystain for stopping by. Shout out to you, Chatter, for stopping by. Rare chatter experience in this stream, but it will become less rare because we're going up, baby. We're going up, baby. Check out Daystain on Twitter, by the way, if you enjoy leftist shit posts. Follow Anti-War Devil on Twitter or Daystain on TikTok. You'll find some primo leftist shit posting. Got to. We must. I also wanted to shout out up and coming scuffed AnnieTuber, Annie Deezy, recently started a channel. I think in the last 2 weeks or something. Right? 3 weeks? 3 weeks already has 20 videos. Bro is absolutely grinding, and the reacts are fire. The Chainsaw Man reaction was amazing. The JJK reactions have been awesome. The Oshinoko final scene reaction was amazing. He's also enjoying Witch from Mercury a lot. So huge variety of different anime related content. Tons of reacts. Loving it. Love to see a scuffed YouTuber over on AnnieTube. None of this high production, edited, flashy, cool, smooth bullshit. No, it's raw. It is direct. It is cut but kind of uncut. It is scuffed. It's so good. It's so funny. I love the videos. They're awesome. So I just wanted to give that little shout out because I've been enjoying that shit so much. So sick. Yeah. I think that's about it. It was a good stream. Good stream back. Good to be back. Lots of cool ideas coming soon. The JoJo reacts are coming. That was something that I tried to do a few times, and the bitrate was just horrible, and it was just making me sad and made me not want to stream at all. So I'm glad we got this set up and that the audio was decent for it. We got the audio figured out for it. I'll remember these settings. Make sure to remember these settings. Yeah, around 50-50, right? yeah, so there's that. That was that. I'm going to leave you all with the goat saw man himself, scaring the hoes, doing what he does. The man himself, Denji, he is truly just like me for real. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Thanks to Dave Stain for stopping by live. Thank all of you who check out the VOD later. Love to see that. Like, subscribe, comment. You know what it is. Da 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 da. Honestly, I don't really give a shit. I do give a shit about the subs. The rest of the stuff, it is what it is. Do what you gotta do. Mostly watch the end of the fucking video, dude. That's the that's the main thing. But I know it is a big ass. These are long as fuck, and they're pretty scuffed. So we'll find it. The freaks are out there. You know what I mean? They're out there. I know. I absolutely know they are. We're grinding until we hit that puck. You know, we're mining for gold out here on YouTube, and we'll find it. And if you're watching this at the end, you're the gold. That's you. Bam. This is what I say to you. All right. Thank you. And goodbye. Or whatever time it is. Peace.